Hi everyone, welcome to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. My name is Artem, and here is the news. 827 days less the Russian invasion of Ukraine. US President Joe Biden allowed Ukraine to use the US weapons against targets in Russia, reports Voice of America. In particular, he permitted such strikes so that Ukraine could retaliate against Russian forces attacking it in the Kharkiv region. Earlier, Politico informed that the US President Joe Biden has covertly approved Ukraine to strike the territory of the Russian Federation using American armaments, but only at the borders of Kharkiv Oblast. A source told Politico that US doctrine on long-range strikes within Russia had not altered. Deteriorating conditions for Ukraine on the battlefield, namely Russia's advance and improved positions in Kharkiv Oblast, were the reason for Biden's decision. Financial Times, citing its sources, informs that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and his US counterpart Joe Biden will sign a bilateral security agreement in Italy on the sidelines of the G7 meeting on the eve of the peace summit to be held on 15th-16th June in Switzerland, reports European Pravda. The Financial Times notes that the agreement was negotiated over several weeks amidst growing tensions between Kyiv and Washington. A senior government official appointed by Zelensky who spoke to the Financial Times about US-Ukraine relations said, quote, "We are further apart than ever since the war started. It is very, very tense," unquote. The reason is the unwillingness of Biden to attend the peace summit in Switzerland, favoring a Democratic Party fundraiser in California. The armed forces of Ukraine will receive 50 to 100,000 large-caliber artillery shells a month under the Czech initiative, reports European Pravda. Czechia's Foreign Minister Jan Lipavsky confirmed that the Ukrainian armed forces will receive the first batch of shells under the Czech initiative as early as June. Meanwhile, yesterday, German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius visited Odessa. There he informed about the preparation of a new package of military assistance for Ukraine worth €500 million. The package will include a large number of missiles for IRIS-T SLM medium-range air defense systems and less for SLS shorter-range systems, reconnaissance drones, spare equipment components, more Marder infantry fighting vehicles, armored combat vehicles, anti-aircraft and electronic warfare systems, hundreds of sniper rifles, and 1 million rounds for small arms. According to the head of the German Ministry of Defense, 18-wheeled howitzers will be supplied beginning in 2025, as well as training for Ukrainian technicians, satellite communications and the repair of 19 Spanish Leopard tanks, which will be transferred to Ukraine by Spain. We would really appreciate if you could recommend us to your friends and family, as well as share information on social media. This way more people would learn about the podcast and truth about Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Russian forces attacked Ukraine overnight with drones and missiles. For the first time in a while, Russia targeted Kyiv with cruise missiles, but air defense managed to down all of them, reports LBUA. At the same time, the enemy hit Kharkiv with S-300 and S-400 missiles from the territory of the Belgorod region of Russia, reports Suspilne. 5 hits were recorded in one of the city's districts, including damaged apartment buildings. At least 3 people were killed and 23 wounded, including a 12-year-old girl and a 12-year-old boy. Thank you for listening to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast. We're a commercial initiative of just 2 people, and we need your help to grow. Share information about the podcast, rate us in the app, subscribe to our Patreon. With your support, we're getting better. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.